And so here we are, the completion of the first half of Mushoku Tensei, and I am so glad for the positive feedback it has gotten in the anime community. As we said, one of the best isekais so far to ever be created, and I am so happy that my most favorite light novel of all time is getting so much love, so much care, and I am truly blessed. Anyone else who's also a Mushoku Tensei reader should be feel truly blessed that it was in the dumps, man. We're getting that good stuff like ReZero in a way. We're getting that good kind of adaptation. You know, sure, not everything's in there, but that's the point. That's the point of an adaptation. You're not gonna get every nook and cranny, but you're getting all the good stuff, all the important stuff, the stuff that matters in a way, and we can keep the little bits to ourselves, and we can be the ones to spread the knowledge and encourage people to go read the novels or even the web novels if you want to. Be honest with you, I still prefer reading the web novels over the light novels. Even though the light novels do add in more content, I feel like the web novels feel more genuine than anything else. That's just my opinion. Let's talk about the first part that happens in this episode. Roxy going to Rudy's village. I'll be honest with you, I was kind of disappointed in this part. Even the manga made it more impactful. Now, the manga actually did a very good job, believe it or not. Where Roxy goes there and she's there and she sees a desperate, terrible sight. She even sees a survivor who was on the street saying how he lost everything, including his family. And you can see the dead eyes in Roxy. How she just sees this place that was such full of beauty. A village that welcomed her in, even though she was a demon. It was a beautiful place, a place that was completely different from her homeland, where everyone was grateful to have her and they didn't discriminate against her, despite her looks. She loved the place and she had that feeling. They didn't show it like they did even in the manga. Even when she was looking on the place, and then that's she met two people who know Paul, and they read a letter he sent out saying how he is on a mission. He has Norm with him, but Aisha, Lilia, and Zenith are missing still. So they're doing search parties looking for everybody that is still missing. And like I said, when that beam hit the ground, everything went missing. I mean, everything from the trees to the animals to the insects to the buildings and of course the people. Everything went missing. Teleporting in different places, random places across the freaking globe, people. And I'm saying you could be anywhere. You could have teleported inside the water, teleport in the middle of a war zone, teleport inside of a dangerous dungeon, teleport within a wall, teleport anywhere, just plain out random. It doesn't even matter. You were in a terrible place. Also, imagine you teleport from the sky and you falling down, and a bunch of other stuff could be falling down as well, buildings, trees, and stuff like that. That's what really happened. And it kind of sucks how they didn't show the true impact of how terrible this minor calamity that happened to this area. It was a complete and total disaster. And you can say it was one of the second disasters since the Great Split. If you know what the Great Split is, I don't know if they'll mention it in the series, but the Great Split is when one of the great powers did an impactful punch so hard that it split a continent in half. That's how powerful some of these people are on the series. Extremely godlike. Now, with that being said, Paul was not looking for Rudius, but however, the letter didn't reach Rudius because none of the letters went to the demon continent. The demon continent is its own entire thing, so Rudius didn't get the letter. He don't know what's going on. He just knows his mission is to help out Eris any way he can, get her back to her home. That's all he can do. He doesn't know how big the situation is. He just knows that he and Eris teleport inside this dangerous continent, and he's being led by Richard. Now, it's on to Rudy's side of the story. And his side is him screwing up a lot. Him making bad decisions. And this is part of growing up. You're going to make a lot of bad decisions. Even when you think a good plan goes well, even if your plan does go well, doesn't mean you're not going to have any bad drawbacks to the plan. Everything goes your way, but however, something bad happens along the way, as a consequence to your actions, and it could lead you feeling terrible about yourself. So they're on this mission hunting down a mysterious creature, and of course the gang that we saw from before was there as well. In the gang, they were new adventures and they weren't that ready to really truly seasoned warriors yet. They weren't. They were newbies, and they were trying to hunt this creature as well, but they weren't even prepared. They were just in there, just looking for it, just to beat another group to the punch. They didn't even face the main creature yet, but already they were already attacked. And really as to how he just decided to even just stop and wait, because he was thinking too much about his own plan, his own desires. Rudy is a selfish person. He was thinking about what he can do for Reddit and how they can get a better reputation. However, the drawback was one of the members died. And of course, Eris and Richard had to come in and save the day. Speaking of that, let's talk about how powerful Eris is. We all know Richard is supposed to be powerful. The guy lived for over 400 years, and he's super strong. Of course, he's powerful. But Eris is just a regular human. But yet, she can fight these creatures so well. For a child or a preteen, she is very athletic. She is strong, even than the average person, which is quite amazing. But again, it shows to you that there are people who are even stronger than she is within the art of the sword. So you can already tell the estimated scale of beyond that point. For Eris to be at her peak prime, it will be crazy. Now that being said, they got rid of the monsters, but however, Bruce is, reflecting on his actions. Reddard, of course, see these adventures as children, and you know how much he values children. They're like the future, they're young, and so they must be protected. But however, Kurt, which is the name of the leader, was like, no, we are adventurers, we knew what we're getting ourselves into. We act rationally and didn't think about the consequences of our actions. So they both were not thinking of the consequences of their actions. The only thing is that Kurt is still a child compared to Rudy is, even though he's in a child's body, he has the mind of an adult. So he should have known better. But of course, he's a guy who's inexperienced with life. So because of that, he was only thinking about the best thing for himself and his group. Of course, Richard, you see when he moved his hand was about to go on his head. Usually you pat people on the head, that just means you do something for a child, you to protect, that's what you do for a pet or a child, you pat them in the head. But instead, he pat them on the shoulder instead, showing a sign of respect that he sees you as an equal. He sees you as a warrior. A noob warrior, but a warrior nonetheless. So because of that, it was, a good point to show. So even when they finally see the actual creature that they have to hunt down, and before we even get the main creature, that spider scared the shit out of me, man. That spider was, oh my god, the snake was cool, but that spider, dude, I saw something like that in real life, oh god, no, man, I just pass out, I'll be dead already, man, I was dead of fright, how big, man, spiders freak people out already in the real world is already enough. To see shit like that walking around in real life, oh god, oh heavens, no, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. They got a mouth and a tongue. They can make webs and it's fast. Oh, jeez. I cannot have that around. We kill it with fire. Don't even try to preserve that thing. Destroy it at all cost. Oh, God, man. I'm saying too much on the spider, but that spider spooked the shit out of me, man. But the red snake, even though it's the bigger threat, like, I was feeling like, oh, I think it looks pretty cool. Still don't want to be around it, but still pretty cool. Anyways, they took that thing down, even against other seasoned adventurers, showing how strong they have become. And they didn't really mention much about the battle strategy they do, actually, but here's the battle strategy is. Rudy's, of course, is back support, but Eris, the strategy always goes around Eris. Even though Rudy's is the leader, Eris is the one they always follow. Eris is someone who's not really good at taking orders, and she does her own thing. She goes in and she goes everything based on instinct, and she fights. So, however, she's still a seasoned warrior, so she will have some blind spots. Richard is the person who covers Eris's blind spots, make sure that she's missing, he will cover for her. And at the same time, Rudeus is in the back supporting any magic from a long distance, just in case. And that's pretty much their battle strategy. It goes completely around Eris and how she moves and reacts, and then Richard backs her up, and Rudeus provides support. That's their battle strategy. Just a little fun fact if you guys want to know. Then things get even worse when you get back to the city, and of course the horse dude, Nagarpaka, just being a total douche, man. Like, hey man, if I know what you're up to, you lose your license, man. And he just loves making that money. He will exploit people any way he can. And Rudeus was ready to wipe that dude out. He was ready to wipe that dude out, man. He held Eris' hand. He like, it's okay, man. Everything's gonna be okay. Just leave it all to me. He was about to knock. And you notice how Eris isn't really much of a tsundere as people thought she would be and stuff. She was in the beginning, but like I said, she mellows down, you know. But anyways, the fact is that he was ready to destroy everything, but Ruger stopped him. Like, nah, man, you don't need to go that far. And the minute he changed his hair color, everyone freaked out. It was like a Superman thing. He takes his glasses off, glasses on, and all of a sudden no one can't tell who the hell he is. Oh my god, man. Really? And it take the color of that hair. But then again, like I said, hair dye doesn't exist in this world. So the fact that they see him wearing different kind of color hair, of course they didn't expect that. People thought it was dumb, but you have to understand, hair dye does not exist in that world. So everyone has their natural hair color to the day they die. There's no changing in that. Rudeus is the first one to come with that concept in that world. So there's that piece of information for you. So he runs off, and even no matter how much work Rudeus put into his plan to make his reputation good, it's sullied. The minute he showed his true identity, everyone ran away. Everyone ran away. And of course, when he ran off, this is the part I don't know if it happened in the novels. It's been a while since I read the web novels. But also in the manga, though, it's much more fresh in my head because, pictures. Rudeus cried. All the pressure got to him, and he cried. Even though he's the mind of an adult, his child body still reacts to certain ways, in a certain way. He started to cry because all the pressure was being put on him. Everything was just going completely wrong. He started crying, and Eris was holding his hand, and they were looking for him when he ran away. Then they found him, and then they talked about how Roger saw Rudeus' resolve. He was realizing that he had all this pressure and burden on him, actually, and he wasn't just, scheming around, even though it was selfishly, but it was for the sake of the people around him. So he understands his resolve, and he even told him what it meant to be a warrior. It meant to be the warrior is someone with pride, values their comrades, and protect children. That is his pride as a warrior, which is pretty good, That's pretty good pride if you ask me. So Ray doesn't see himself as a warrior, but he does and stuff. And once again, I keep talking about the manga, but the manga also does its own good job of showing Rudeus' inner thoughts of how actually at that moment, especially when the scene where they find out the snake, where Rudeus saying how he hated himself more, how he was being treated not badly but goodly and stuff. He felt like he deserved that kind of kindness or respect. Believe it or not, according to the books, he didn't want that. He felt like he was scum and stuff. He was still scum. He hadn't learned anything from his past life. So there's that as well. So then the next morning, he shaved his head, and then he gave them all matching bands, man. They truly are a group now, a famous group of Dead End. And they're off to the next thing. The next arc, I believe, is the port arc. They're at the port and stuff. That one's going to be pretty interesting, too. I can't wait for that. And, of course, they show a little montage showing how their adventure's going. They can't show everything. I wish they could, but, it takes a longer extension time for that to happen. And, of course, seeing Rudeus being Rudeus, picking on Eris and being slapped. As you notice, Eris only hits Rudeus and only is mean to Rudeus only when Rudeus deserves it. So Eris is not that kind of tsundere that's just a constant pain in the butt all the time. She only hits him only when he deserves it. And he most likely will deserve it when she hits him. Just saying. And so begins the adventure. That was it, man. I can't wait. And like I said, I'm betting the next half is gonna cover volumes 4 to 6. And that would be a perfect place in on. If I'm guessing of how volume of part 2 of season 1 is gonna end, even when they say see you in season 2, I'm a bit confused. Like, what, they're calling part 2 season 2? I thought part 2. I thought it would be a 2 core thing. You know, like they're doing a slime and ReZero. So I guess they're saying season 2 is coming out, but they're just announcing it really early. I'm like, okay, man, whatever. But I'm just happy we're getting more Mushoku Tensei. That's all I'm happy about, you know. Take a little break, some season break off, you know, spring break, and then I'll see you again in summer. Yeah. So I am looking forward to it, man. And by the way, the Mushoku Tensei figurines are out now. You can get the Roxy ones, the selfie ones, the Eris ones. I got myself a special edition of the Roxy one already, one with her on the stairs. However, I didn't get the Eris or selfie ones yet because I kind of want to get them when they're adults. Because since Roxy stays the same age throughout the entire series, well, the same look throughout the entire series, Selfie and Eris are the only ones that truly grow up. I was hoping they have a freaking Rudius figurine. Like, really? Like, I understand when they do the girls and stuff, but come on, man. Give me a Rudius figurine, for God's sakes, man. Especially when he's adult. Oh, man. It'd be awesome if you have a figurine when he's adult. That'd be badass. Can't wait for that stuff. Anyways, so I'm going to leave it, man. It was fun reviewing this. I can't wait to see you guys in the summer and talk more about this. And you can always look at my reviews when it comes to manga chapters and stuff like that and tell me what you think. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell icon. This has been the background on anime. Signing out.